And welcome back to another episode of the KGJ Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm K.
I'm G.
And I'm Jay.
Been a while. Back on a little hiatus. How you doing? How you guys doing today?
We're good. We're here, you know. How's the weather treating you guys?
Oh, I love the weather.
Yeah?
Coldness is what it is. It's kind of weird sight. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I hope it rains tomorrow, so there might be hail or snow. I'm really hoping for hail.
I don't think,
No, I want to build a snowman, obviously.
Speaking of hail, well, first of all, snow is not as fun as you think.
I know, yeah, but I mean,
Like,
it's still fun though.
No, like in the movies, they make it all like, fun, but you
Yeah.
get hit with snowballs. Straight up.
Well, no, obviously. But,
We're Florida boys.
Yeah, I am.
you know, Peninsula boys. You know? No, on my way here, and I was thinking about this, like, and it's funny because it never really gets that cold over here. And the fact that it was cold made me realize how uneven the heat distribution was for me throughout my body, right? Because, so this morning, I'm walking out of my house, right? And I was going to work and my cousin needed, like, to go right next to my job. So she was like, oh, can I get a ride? I'm like, yeah, sure. We walk outside, right? In my mind, I'm like, listen, I'm getting out of the house, I'm gonna be in the car, I'm gonna literally drive to work, get out, go inside. I don't need to put on like 15 layers. I didn't even put on a sweater. I just got out of the house. Next thing you know, we all get out of the house. But she's wearing like 3 sweaters, a jacket on top, and she's complaining about her ankles. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get to work. Let's go. But like I really thought about it, like on your upper body at least you can put on like 15 layers. Nobody's gonna tell you anything.
That's true.
Well, you can't put 3 pairs of pants on. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, you can technically.
Oh,
Cause look, right? You got as a dude, right? You got the boxers, right?
okay.
On top of the boxers, you can wear like, workout leggings,
Okay.
right? Then you got shorts, and you can put your jeans over that.
Well, that's so uncomfortable.
It's,
Have you ever worn shorts underpants?
Yes.
I did that for, yeah, and I hated it because it felt so uncomfortable.
I actually did that in middle school.
Me too.
And a girl went to go touch my butt and got so like just thrown off guard.
you gotta bundle up, bro. Nobody's trying to have their junk opened up from the coat, you feel?
Well, I understand that, but I'm not doing all that. Like the leggings plus the shorts, that's overkill.
Gotta keep them boys warm,
No. Well, but I'm gonna go on a completely separate topic.
Okay.
Actually, and obviously, we talk about different stuff, but it's gonna have like a serious undertone to it,
Okay.
So the other day, I was at a gathering. It was pretty large. Some might say it was club sized.
Okay.
And I'm there. I'm with a couple of friends, and we're like, oh, let's go towards the bar. So we're heading towards the bar, and then, listen, I already had a margarita in my hand. It was almost done. We're walking towards the bar for another one, and we're walking by someone, like this girl, her friends, right? And then she goes, I need your help. Not to me, to my friend that she was in the front, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I need your help. I'm like, oh, and she wants to take a picture or something, or, maybe, I don't know, maybe she needs help with some random thing. Oh, okay. And then they just start dancing. Like, what's going on here? And then this is when I start to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I look around, and because I was like, dude, it's kind of weird that I'm just standing here, and there's just people dancing in front of me. But then I looked around, I saw that there was 2 other people doing the same thing. Then I realized that when she said, I need your help, she just wanted her to dance with her to disperse the other 2.
Dudes?
Yeah.
Huh.
Jeez. And the only reason I made that connection is because as we're leaving, she's like, oh yeah, thank you. I'm like, dude, she didn't just dance with you. Like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, and I thought about it. And then I asked to confirm just to make sure I wasn't, not the random girl, but you know what I'm saying. And then she was like, yeah, and she confirmed, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So it's kind of like there's so many different things that happen. I mean, I'm pretty sure we have our own things that we do without even realizing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we understand from one another. But I would have not gotten that if I didn't really think about it.
So, okay. I'm assuming she felt uncomfortable.
Well, no, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So, that being said, like, it's weird if you're on like social media and stuff like that. For some reason, I end up always like on like bartenders pages and things like that. So I always hear if you feel uncomfortable or something shady going on, this is a cue to give your bartenders, and they'll help you out. But I never actually knew that like. I mean, I know that like some girls are always like gonna protect one another.
Yeah.
Unless that goes or whatever. But I thought that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that too. And I mean, to be honest with you, when I do go out, like it kind of feels like, I'm kind of like, it's not like I can just skirt off, disappear. I gotta be there. I'm like security, low-key.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like last time we went, there was some guy who was acting weird.
Yeah.
But not just towards us, towards everybody. So like, I don't know what it was. Oh, he comes up, and he just started. I was like, yo, dude. It took, I'm not a violent person.
No.
You know what I mean? So I try to like de-escalate everything.
No. Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? And then eventually, dude, that dude got kicked out like at some point. He was just doing so much like crazy stuff. We had to move out of the area. I'm like, all right. And then I just see security. Oh my god, I had the most beefed up security. Like, dude, if they were coming after me, I'd be scared.
It's crazy because like, so there's always people who's gonna try to do good, right? But at the same time, you never know the exact situation, when to jump in, and when it might be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
For example, I'm at the club. The person I'm at the club with is throwing up, right? So it happens to be a female, right? She ends up in the bathroom, right? And I'm waiting in the bathroom for her to make sure that she's alright. And this dude, I guess he thought that I was just trying to be a weirdo and just banging into the bathroom, right?
Uh-huh.
So he comes up to me, he's like, yo, that's someone's bathroom. I'm like, I know.
Let me
Just
tell
like
you,
that. Just like that.
From a third point perspective, that does sound weird. Hey, boss, that's the girl's bathroom. Like, yeah, I know.
No. I know. And I told him, I'm waiting on somebody. And he goes, nah, bro, that's a female bathroom. I'm like, look, I know, I'm waiting on my homegirl, she's throwing up.
Yeah.
And he goes, he repeats it one more time, like, dude, I can read, I know where the bathroom is. But, I get where he was coming from, but at the same time.
Were you inside?
No, I was outside, but I was really close to it, just to make sure everything was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Was he?
We're going on.
I mean, just like side question. Was he in any way affiliated with the establishment?
No.
So this is some random dude.
This is a random guy?
Yeah.
Or
Random
he was
guy?
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
probably
like-
blasted, bro.
Okay, no, yeah.
No, for sure he was blasted. And he started getting hostile. I was like, yo,
I
bro.
was like, dude, you are.
Yeah.
What? You're
I'm like, I know.
It?
I'm like, bro, I know where the dude's bathroom is. I'm waiting on something. He's like, oh. They just he can't put two and two together.
See, I thought it was security guard. 'Cause
No.
we went to an establishment.
Yeah.
And okay, so there's an inside and an outside,
Okay.
right? And we were inside. We went to the bathroom and then we went outside, and we were standing next to a wall.
Yeah.
Security comes, can't stand there. Okay, fine. We move. So we move towards the bar. We get a drink, right? We get out, and then we're standing behind the table. Like there's the chairs, and then right here we were standing here, and then over here there was like a stadium.
Yeah.
So we're standing here watching the UFC fight card.
Okay.
Right. Security comes, can't stand here. When you move to another area, We're watching the thing. Security comes, grabs my shoulder. Hey, you can't stand there. I look at my shoulder, like, dude, why'd you touch me?
Yeah.
Like, who are you, dude? Like, and keep pointing the flashlight.
Oh my god, yo.
That
Let me tell you something about that flashlight, bro.
The flashlight.
You know when you give somebody a little bit of power and they think they're the shit,
That's the
bro.
flashlight, bro.
Dude. Oh my god. The amount of times I just see the flashlight just like in my face, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Who are you? Why are you doing this? Just to make you move. I mean,
When I tell you that it's a Sage body type, JP height, and I just wanted to throw hands so bad. Because where am I going to stand?
Can't stand anywhere.
Can't stand anywhere, bro.
Literally couldn't stand anywhere.
Yeah.
Literally, everywhere we went, he'll give us like 5, maybe 10 minutes of us
10 minutes.
chilling.
10 minutes is pushing it.
Is pushing it, of us chilling in that area, and then I don't know where.
Can't stand it.
Hey, you guys gotta move.
Yeah.
Felt like I was in the conga line.
But side note, if for all the bartenders out there who are watching this, if you guys have a cue that you end up giving anybody who's in trouble, respect you. I respect that.
I mean, do you consider yourself, how do you say it? Very perceptive? Like, do you pick up on cues very fast?
I do. When I go out though, like there's times where I don't know if it's like my anxiety or what, but like there's times where I'm not actually out having fun. I'm out watching everything to see how everybody moves, to make sure that the situation that I'm at is, safe at that moment, you know what I mean? I'm weird because like I can pick up on things before it actually happens.
Mm.
So like I'll be sitting out, I'm like, boom, that table over there, someone's gonna get into a fight. And then 2 minutes later, the fight breaks out.
Yeah.
So you know it's like.
No, I definitely understand that.
Yeah. Oh, like for example, I went to a basketball game the other night. I parked in the garage. When I left, there was these 2 vehicles, right?
Okay.
One vehicle had just a guy, and then the other vehicle had like a couple. And the girl hopped out so that she can, help back up the car and to help get out. And the dude that was in the car was being such an asshole that he kept on inching forward, right? So then him and the girl got into it, and he ended up calling the girl a bitch, right? So then the girl's boyfriend or whatever hopped out the car, he's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? And mind you, I'm seeing all this happen from afar, like I'm not even there, but and shit got out of hand, and they ended up throwing hands in the garage, making the rest of the people on the line wave at Chetry. So that shit was packed.
But like honestly, like I get exactly where you're coming from, and it kind of, I see it as a more open thing, right? Like you can look at it from different perspectives. Like for example, to me, there is nothing more frustrating, right, than watching an interaction between 2 people where they're both trying to say something. Like they're in an argument, right? But they're only in an argument because they're both misunderstanding each other. And you understand what the fuck is going on. Like you're looking at them and you're like, see, this person is understanding it this way, and this person is understanding it this way.
Yeah.
And that's why there's a misunderstanding.
Hmm.
And then you try to help, but nobody lets you talk. And that's the most like this happened to me today. I'm not gonna give too many details, but I'm sitting there, right? Like, and I hear the conversation happen, right? And then the guy says something, right? He's not wrong with what he said, right?
Yeah.
Let's say, okay, all right. Let's say he was looking for 6 McChickens.
Okay.
Because he has 6 people in his family.
Yeah.
Right? Then he hands her the McDonald's bag and she says, there's enough McChickens in there. There's 6 people. And then he's like, well, how am I supposed to eat it? He's like, alright, so if you open this box, it's got 2 McChickens in there. And she took one of the boxes, because they come in pairs of 2, right?
Yeah.
He took one, she's like, so if you open this bag of McChickens, it's got 2 McChickens in there. He's like, well, that's only 2 McChickens. That's not enough for 6 people. That's only enough for 2 people.
Yeah.
And then she's like, no, yeah, it isn't. Like, this is for 2 people. And he's like, yeah, but I need enough for 6 people. He's like, but And then she started doubting herself. And I'm there like, no, because there's 2 more boxes in the bag. And then she's like, wait. I'm like, no, because there's 2 more boxes in the bag. And then he's like, wait, Joe, let me, hold on. I'm like, okay. The guys misunderstood. They're going back and forth. I'm like, there's 2 more boxes of McChickens in the bag. Nobody's listening to me. I literally had to pull the 2 boxes of McChickens out of the bag. I'm like, look, there's 2 more boxes. Yeah, oh, yeah, no, I could feed my whole family with that. She's like, oh my God, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you.
So working in retail will help you understand. People don't listen.
People just
Don't to understand. They listen to respond. Because they already, when, especially if they have an issue, right? They're already premeditated on what's going on, right? They're gonna come up to you, right? They're gonna be like, I don't care what the fuck you say. I'm gonna say what I have to say.
No, yeah.
Like for example, I'm like, look, I got a call. You know, I do the normal thing. She's like, oh, I had a problem with the order that I placed at your store, and they double charged me. I'm like, okay, cool. You know, she's about half stuff from the beginning. I get it. She got double charged. It was like $600 per charge. Cool. Let me help you out with that. I go into my system. Ma'am, can I get your name? Let's say her name was Karen because she was acting like a Karen.
Where?
I'm like, okay, cool. I don't see you in your system. Are you sure you're calling the right location? She's like, yeah, this is the location I said, right? No, ma'am. Bro, as soon as I said no, ma'am, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Hanged up. I'm like, alright, cool. At least she had the decency to know that she was wrong and she apologized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fuck with that. What I don't fuck with is when you call people when they're wrong and they get even more angry and they get even more out of control.
You know, I started taking a new tactic.
Okay.
I just agree with them. Agree.
Really?
But I don't have to work with any finances
Right.
when I speak, so I wouldn't have any repercussions.
But you know, my thing is, my ego is too big for me to just agree.
Yeah, hell yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I'd rather disagree to the day I die than agree to
Yeah.
something I don't believe in.
If you're wrong, I'm gonna call you a hundred.
If
Why is there no cream cheese? What is going on?
I just clocked in. I don't know. Let me.
Oh man, I see you working here every day.
Damn.
I come for the night shift. The night shift started 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, and you're here every night shift. And I still see nothing happening. What are you doing? What are you working as, huh? Why do you work here?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Here you go. This is our corporate number. If you have any customer complaints, you can talk directly to them. My manager will be here tomorrow from 9 to 5. You can also shoot an email to our supervisor. This is all her information, and thank you and have a nice day. You just walk away.
GG Wolfman.
I have been in the game for too long. I've been down so
I hear
much. I
that.
have an answer for everything.
I learned to have an answer for everything. It's funny, I'm at that point in my store that I can actually be smart with my customers.
No, yeah,
And,
no.
and,
Like,
and managers don't give a fuck.
completely, honestly, if there is one thing college has taught me, is how to articulate myself properly
Yeah,
and just how to defend myself
yeah.
overall. And I like that. You know, the degree, yeah, it means something, but it's what you really get from it. You know?
Exactly.
Well, I think that about wraps up the first segment.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this when we put in the commercial? Oh,
Am I in a commercial?
yeah.
The new one?
Let's check it right now.
It was a Hi, I'm Rip Weinstein.
And I'm off Rubenstein.
Do you have extra money you don't need lying around? Well, we got you covered.
With our extensive catalog of coverage, we can find what best works for you.
Unlike these other companies, we will give you the rip-off experience like no other, as we've been rated #1 in the country on ripoff.com.
So after calling 911 after a car accident, give us a call. We might answer, we might not.
Call us today at 1-800-888-888 or visit us on our website, ripoff.com. We will give you the best deal, making you spend more money on our debt for our benefit. That's 1-800-888-888 or ripoff.com.
And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. Some new stuff we got going on, so pick it up.
Alright, so listen. Everybody wants children, right? For the most part.
For the most part.
How do you feel about that?
Okay,
Like, where do you see, what's your timeline?
Alright.
What is it that you want
Okay.
out of this experience? And I want to bring up what we were talking about earlier with the quizzes, but let's first see what's
Yeah.
going on here.
timeline?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, can I just... Alright, so before we get into like timelines like that, I just gotta get something off my chest, right? So I want your opinion on something, right? Boy or girl? If you had a preference.
We need more context.
Boy or girl?
In terms
Like
In terms of a
In
child?
terms
yeah,
of
in
a
terms
child?
yeah,
Like, you need to
yeah,
give
my
more
bad.
context.
Yeah, you're my bad. If as far as like when you have your first child, boy or girl?
Well, okay. So, look, the idea of a child
Yeah.
that I would want to have is I would like to have a boy in the sense that I want. Let's see. You know what? I don't care. So I want a boy because, customly speaking, like they'll be protective
Yeah.
and like you could give them more responsibility in the sense of protection for the other ones, right?
Got you.
The big brother role. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind a girl
Yeah.
because I was raised by one that was older than me, and guess I'll work out, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't really matter, but my preference will be a boy personally because I feel like I'll have more things to do with them and I could be rougher with them.
Of course.
I do want a girl too. What?
would you hold your child since he's a boy by the leg?
Do the stanky leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah, I'll have him pose like a fish when you catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that with my princess.
No.
How about you, Joe?
Honestly, I want a healthy child.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Like, first one, I think that's the priority, And based on the first one, then I want the opposite, the second one.
Yeah.
And then third, fourth, fifth, whatever. That's just
Wait,
based.
hold on. So you said you want a healthy child and an unhealthy child?
No, so I'm saying I want a healthy child, right? Then if I have a boy first, then I want a girl second. If I have a girl first, then I want a boy second.
Gotcha.
Right?
But you don't care, right?
I don't care for the first. You know what I mean?
So I asked, right? Well, first let me put it out there. When I first got asked that question, right? Automatically I want a boy, right?
Yeah.
For simple reasons as they're easier to maintain per se, right? Because if you have a girl, as a father, you have to learn all those things on, female hygiene, all that stuff as they grow older, things like that, right? But as I got older, I really don't care. Like you said, as long as it's a healthy child, I really don't care. But if you ask people around our age, right? Mostly guys will always say, well, majority of the time, guys will always say, I only want boys, right?
They want a football team. That's what they want.
Especially after COVID. OnlyFans blew up, right?
Okay.
And now everyone who has a daughter is like, shit, my daughter's doing something on the internet, bro. But she's then making $18K a month.
I mean,
Which is crazy. So, my friend is kind of upset because he just had a girl. And he's like, fuck, bro. I don't want her turning into no stripper or porn star because, that's what most male affiliate having a girl with. They feel like they're gonna fuck up and that girl's gonna go down the wrong route. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's just food to thought.
Right.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's all based on perspective.
It is.
You're talking about these hard-working individuals as if they're monsters of society. You know what I mean? Listen, all I'm saying is, I mean, I'm not gonna obviously knock down the hustle just because I can't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Honestly, it is a kind of a jealousy thing.
I
I think it's a-
if, like, hypothetically speaking, if my name was Giovanna, I wouldn't have an OnlyFans.
Hey, bro, I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's weird though. It's weird though, cause like, you know, you
I
never
have a
hear,
Snapchat premium.
but you never hear a male dude being upset, right? For example, right, when a girl comes to their father for the first time, like, oh, I had sex, right? That father is usually pissed off, elated.
I mean, okay. I'm not okay.
Son comes up to the dad, I had sex. Oh, my nigga. You know?
Okay.
It's like a double standard that I've only seen, at least from what I've seen,
Yeah.
tends to happen.
But okay. But let me tell you. So this is a perfect example how there's two sides to an olive branch. Is that the I don't even know.
Two cents from olive.
Yo, there's two sides to a Uno card, right? First side, right, is what you just said, where it's like, oh, my man, congrats, and then it's negative towards, like, the female character
Yeah.
in this instance, right? But what if you could see it as a negative, as in you're more likely to be pushed towards a certain narrative that maybe you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's not what you want. Like, there's definitely certain expectations that are set upon you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. A lot of metaphors today.
No, yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
you know, the OnlyFans thing, like, you know, being upset with the girl, it falls on the culture you were raised.
Definitely.
Like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like a new culture that arises.
Yeah.
Especially, huh?
From the ashes, yeah.
National
Yeah.
one, yeah. I guess you could say that.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't see there being a problem. Like, I say that now because I don't have one.
Of course.
But I really don't see there being a problem with them doing something that they like
Exactly.
doing, and you know, it's their form of expression, and
Yeah.
they choose to do whatever they want to do
Exactly.
with themselves. Why hold them back?
And it's a thing of like, it's a thing of people can't let other people be themselves. You know what I mean? Because parents have a thing of, you know, as soon as the kid's born, they're putting all the pressure. I mean, some parents are putting pressure on the kid. Want you to do this, go to school, be a doctor, lawyer, type. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're putting their dreams
And
onto their
exactly.
kids.
You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
and that messes up the child.
That's
You know?
bad.
Gives them traumatic experience.
Traumatic.
I saw a statistic the other day. I forgot what article I saw on it, but our generation are not really having kids. Like, we're the generation with the least amount of kids.
You know, and what's interesting about that is we always talk about overpopulation.
Yeah,
If we're not having kids, we're not having a future population.
exactly.
We're
Hey,
what?
that was a great line. I'll give you that. But what I'm telling you right now is, let's say, right, for example, mathematically speaking, so a lot of us right now, we don't have what I in the future, right?
Yeah,
Because down population size, bam, boom, pow. Down population, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna die at some point.
of course.
Next thing you know, population is no longer a problem.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not like all of them we're not having. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
We're talking about, like, let's say you had Erica. She said she doesn't want kids.
Okay.
But then I go and I turn out to be successful and I have 4 kids. You know, it's kind of like
He makes up for
I
it.
had 2 kids.
For her, yeah.
Erica had
that's
2 kids.
Yeah.
You know,
But
like, I'll make up for the loss.
But that article continued with the point that you just made, how parents put their dreams onto the child,
Right.
and that's why our generation is scared to have kids. According to the article, because we're scared as a generation that we're gonna put that trauma onto the future generation, and we are the generation to change things, quote unquote.
That's funny. That's every generation.
Yeah.
But
We're making a difference.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have electric cars.
We created NFTs.
right, we're investing towards the future.
We're investing.
Digital future.
Yeah, I'm part of the Metaverse already.
Oh, you are? What's your NFT?
Oh, I don't want to give out my credentials like that.
What do you mean? It's on sale, right?
Oh shoot! No, dude. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of glad at least my core parents didn't put that many expectations on me.
Yeah.
They kind of just like, I mean, you seem like you can make good choices. Go do your own thing. You know what I mean? They might make suggestions, but they never push you towards anything.
I think it has a lot to do with, like, you know, like you said, the dreams, right? And a lot that has to do with like confidence, right? Because if you're not confident as a person, when you have a child, you're gonna put that self-consciousness onto that child.
Right, and then you try to fix that when they'll try to fix that when they have a child, and then a whole different problem is gonna arise from that.
It's just a evolving circle that just keeps coming around. Like, you have to really, really break a cycle and be, I don't know how exactly, but you have to be really break the cycle in order to change it. You know what I mean?
You know, and I think subconsciously I think about that, like sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like hypothetically, if I did have a child, I wouldn't raise my child the exact same way that my parents raised me. It would just be similar, but I would tweak certain things.
Yeah, because there's things that you actually found from your parents that actually feel like you
right,
did good,
and then there's things that I feel like just as a human being makes sense, and I ask myself like, why not do this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they just connect. It's things that should, you know, just make sense.
And I want to bring this up because I was just thinking about this. So, you know the quote that says, "Hard times create strong
bonds or whatever.
Strong men," right? And then weak times and then easy times create weak men.
Okay.
So, what I was thinking right now, I was like, I'm very passive when it comes to stuff, right? So, like I was saying before, I would agree with the customer that's complaining, whatever. Yeah. My kid's probably gonna be like, "Why are you doing that?" And then be like, "Gio over here, talk to corporate. Here's their number, yada yada yada."
Yeah.
So, in a sense, you know how you said you had to change something.
Yeah.
You had to really break the cycle, right? So you break your cycle, then another problem would arise out of that.
Yeah.
In a sense, if you're going from extreme measures.
Yeah, but the way I see it, right, is that a new problem coming from a good deed is, well, not necessarily a good deed, but a new problem, for example, right? So you break the generational cycle, and then a new problem arises that. I think that's a good thing, rather than continuously going
the same problem.
through the same problems and history just repeating itself over and over and over again.
Honestly, I do think there's a certain point where a problem becomes minuscule enough to where it's just negligible, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think, theoretically speaking, right, I could be a chosen one. Like, I'm saying, damn, honestly,
So are
if
you-
yeah. I'm just saying, like, for example, if I did have kids, right,
Yeah.
I feel like it would be, like, I could have, like, a whole bunch of mini-me's,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Right, that's what we all think. Like, we all think we're gonna have a mini-me, but
No.
then you're not putting into what?
Well, obviously a mini-me but with a twist. Like, it can't just
Okay,
be
yeah.
an exact replica. Like, I would rather my kids adopt a part of me than a complete replica, because that's just the whole point of me is to be original.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You do different weird shit that people don't expect.
Alright, a question.
Yeah.
Would you want it to be a DJ Khaled album remix, Or would you want them to create their own album featuring you?
No, an album featuring me.
I like it.
You know what I mean?
Featuring you.
Yeah. Because I feel like if my kids do the same thing that I do with my parents and just take the best parts of me,
Yeah.
that's just a continuous evolution, man.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Now, earlier this month, I actually had a daughter moment, right? So, okay, so growing up,
Okay.
I didn't really date much, or I didn't really explore upon that idea. And then, so my girlfriend has a niece, right? And then she was talking to this guy. Instantly, I put in, I connected some dots with this guy.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, so he's a baseball player. And I was like, oh, I'm just joking around. Oh, does he chew a lot of gum? Does he have a little list? Does he wear his hat backwards? She's like, yeah.
How did you know?
Right. How did you know? Instantly, I could predict how that relationship was gonna go. They were talking for maybe 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And the guy already said, I love you. The guy,
He's trying to steal second base.
right, right. The guy was throwing the whole playbook at her. And she's young, and she's not exposed to that type of environment. She doesn't know better,
Yeah.
right? And from the beginning, you could tell that it's gonna go south. Turns out it went south the third day of me knowing. The third day of me being exposed.
So
And
you met the guy.
I didn't meet the guy in person. He broke up with her before I could meet the guy. And she was so excited to show me that guy. Like, I was starting to think, oh, how am I gonna act towards this kid?
Yeah.
Am I gonna be the intimidating guy, or am I gonna try to get to know him a little bit? Given that he's a baseball player, I knew he would be
Yeah.
it'd be the intimidating one. And then I thought, how would I want to handle this situation? Because she's crying and everything. I'm like, look, she's not relating to me.
Yeah.
Like, and then I told my girlfriend, and I was like, look, this is what I think you should do with her. Because what he did, he ghosted her on Snapchat. They would talk on Snapchat. Ghosted her on Snapchat for multiple hours. Then she finds out he's talking to another girl. And the worst part about this, all those little girls warned her about this guy. So, was I that backwards in my thinking? Like, are these kids developing like quicker than us? But I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Let me bring it back before I start asking questions. So I told my girlfriend, look, what you should do is take her out downtown, because we're right there.
Yeah.
Take her out downtown, have the sunroof open, have her stand up and do a little Snapchat thing, like she's having the time of her life.
Yeah.
That's how I would thought it would distract her from the situation, and she could also use that as I call it the defense and attack.
Yeah.
Because then the guy would be like, oh, wow, what's she doing? Wow, she's so interesting. What am I missing out on?
His lost.
His loss.
Yeah.
100% his loss. She's a nice girl. Now, I was also thinking about it in, what if that was my son? I wouldn't want that kind of thing. Like, why are you throwing out that word? Why are you... I understand that you're going after a lot of things. You're trying to make me proud. You're trying to raise your self-esteem or whatever it is that you think you're doing. But honestly, you're just ruining your reputation.
Yeah.
And you're pretty much playing with other people.
You tell him, bro.
Now, actually, that brings up a question for me, right?
Yeah.
When you hear a guy, right? Again, this is gonna go into like the double standard type of thing, right?
Okay.
When you hear a guy that goes, "Yo, my body count," let's say like, I don't know, 25. What are your thoughts?
Gee, dude. Are you a radioactive animal?
Like is that something like? I'm not one of those guys gonna be bragging about like, you know, the latest girl I hit.
Right.
Right.
Like that's not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I know there's guys that are out there. It like you said, it boosts their self-esteem, boosts their confidence. You know,
Yeah.
they're in the locker room group chat being like, "Yo, hit my 30." Like,
First of all, where are these 30 girls that you're hitting, right?
yeah. And then on the
Those are some Stephen
upside,
Curry
right?
numbers, bro.
On the upside, right? When a girl goes, I have a body count of more than 10.
No, they wouldn't do that. They'll say 5. You know what? 10. You'll be thinking, wow, 10. It's more than 10.
No, obviously it's gonna be
It's
more
like
than 10.
way more than 10.
But
So that's besides the proof.
But
That is
that-
besides
yeah, that's
the
besides
You're
the
further
point.
proving his
Yeah.
point, to be honest.
Yeah, it's like there's a double standard when it comes again to men,
Right.
because like you know, men when they have a high body count, it's like, oh man, this guy, my
Don't
nigga,
double it, you know?
he's getting it, and then when women have a high body count, it's like, whore,
Right.
you know?
And that just goes back to the culture.
Yeah,
No, that's just if you just rewind to the BCs, even it's like
Oh yeah, Genghis Khan.
right. You know what I mean? This has always been this idea of like you're either a pillager and a savage, or you're a saint. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You gotta be one or the other.
And King Henry was a savage.
You know, and I think one group in particular with the X and Y chromosome was considered mostly barbaric. Which is why I think, oh, he's just being barbaric.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just part of that one chromosome.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, is that the rule that I follow? I don't think so. How does that make you feel? Since you brought up the question.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to know your thoughts.
my thoughts is
Uh-huh.
like hypocrisy.
No?
It is what it is. It's exactly what it is.
I mean,
You know how the old heads explain it? The guy can't get pregnant, but the girl can.
Oh.
I mean, I guess.
Mm.
But
No.
Like,
anyways,
No.
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 What's up?
Well, no, not speaking of that. There was something that y'all had said that
Yeah.
wanted me to bring to a point. So, obviously, you know what I mean. At some point, you might have kids, right? So,
like, yeah, we got
what-
on topic of that.
what type of dad are you gonna be?
Do I want to be?
Like, and I mean that in the sense of your interactions with your kids,
Yeah.
your interactions with, like, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
interactions with your kids,
So,
or interactions with what he brought up,
yeah.
the individual. What if you have a daughter or a son that brings somebody over?
So, my number one thing is gonna be respect, right? I've heard this quote and I always stuck with it. I'd rather have a kid that fears me and respects me than doesn't and disrespects me. Because that's one thing I'm not going to tolerate in my household. Right? Now, would I want my child to fear me? Absolutely not. But if worse comes to worse, I'd rather have that fear and respect, right? But I do want my kid to be open to me, able to tell me when they fuck up, so that I can show them how to fix it or guide them through fixing their fuck up. You know what I mean?
But I feel like if they would fear you, they wouldn't trust you that much.
Well, no, that'll be worse comes to worse.
Worst comes to worst.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I mean, what I would say is right. Personally, like, man, if I have kids, it'd probably be like pretty chill, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it would be. I wouldn't be serious, Dad, to be honest. I'd be like a goofy kind of man. I mean, that's just kind of the vibe. But I don't think I would ever need to get to a serious point. Like, you know what I mean? To be like all that.
Yeah.
And I want complete openness, because I feel like once you're able to speak freely, like I want to hear your opinion, because honestly, there was a point in time where you could be like, oh, that doesn't really make sense coming from somebody, but after a while you start to realize like sometimes something that somebody says doesn't really make sense at first,
No.
but if you really think about it, kind of makes sense. And shit, sometimes these kids that come up to my place of work kind of smarter than their own parents.
Yeah.
I had this lady today. She didn't want to listen to the kid, but the kid was trying to show her how to properly use her debit card. I'm like, just put in the chip. She's putting it upside down. I'm like, yo, like, can you tell your mom, like, just flip it? And she's like, Mom, you have to do it this way. She's like, no, don't touch that. I'm like, yeah, she's right. She's trying to help you.
I would honestly, I feel like you guys are kind of going the bio route, in the sense that I'm just gonna be myself around my kid.
Yeah.
If I get mad, I get mad. I'm not gonna try to. I'm gonna try to listen to them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, are you guys for or against? Like, how would you guys give repercussions to the? How would you recommend?
Yeah. So, for me, it depends on like what they did, right? Obviously, they break something. I'm not gonna, like, unless like I clearly told them not to do it, and go ahead and break that thing on purpose while making eye contact with me. You know what I mean? They're gonna get ass whipping, right? But not in the sense of like beat them till, not even like beat them like that, you know what I mean? But it's just they're gonna get flipped or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
but it's, to me, like, ass whippings and like spanking a child is beneficial for 1 and 2 reasons, right? One, it shows a child that there's gonna be people. It shows them how to overcome adversity to a certain extent, right? Because if you hit your child at home for, let's say, I don't know, they curse at you, right? And you give them a little flick. Now that kid goes, okay, I need to watch what I say about certain people, or else I might actually get fucked up in the street, you know what I mean? So there's pros, and then I'm not saying go be obsessive about fucking use an object on them, but a good flick goes them out.
Okay. I love how we have such different views on this, because, like, honestly, I don't think I can recall 3 times that I was like spanked or whatever.
Yeah.
And none of those 3 times were by like an official certified parent. That was mine. It was probably like my uncle or my godmother.
But was it here in States or?
No. It was where I come from.
Yeah, exactly.
But no. But like 3 times, like in your whole childhood, it's pretty rare. Like my mom herself, like the official certified one, never had, you know what I'm saying? And you're more going towards like physical warfare. I'm more psychological warfare when it comes to that. Like if my child, like, you know what I'm saying, what was that thing you said? You told him not to do something and they break it on you. I'm like, okay, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll bring you your cereal, I'll drop it on your head. Oops.
That's fucked up.
You know what I mean? Like, you drop my vase, I'll drop the cereal on you.
Like,
like, no.
it's not.
That's
like,
a joke, but
like that's what I mean. Like, physical would be like, no, it wouldn't be my first resort. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like, that'll be like one of the last things. Like, shit, I'll fucking tear down the door before I fucking lay hands on my child. Watch them survive with no privacy.
Damn.
You would? That's a good question. Would you? Are you one of those parents that gotta be like, your doors gotta be open?
No, not necessarily, but like if they do that shit, right, where they're looking at you and they know deliberately what they're doing, right? All right. So now I'm gonna deliberately know what I'm doing. I'm gonna take away the joy.
Oh, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I believe in privacy.
No, 100%.
No matter who you are. Like, one time I woke up. This was my old crib. One time I wake up, right? And you know when you wake up and you're still half asleep?
Yeah.
So I used to have this habit. I would lock my fucking door because, like, number one, nobody would go in there anyway. So why was it a problem if I locked the door? You know what I mean? So I wake up, I stand up, half asleep, eyes still closed, head tilted. I grab my door to open it. I'm like, dude, what am I touching right now? This is not my door now. I'm like, something is missing. So like I moved my finger around. There was no lock on my door. It disappeared overnight.
Oh.
My lock was changed because I would lock my door too much. I felt like that's the most disrespectful. I never changed inside of my room again.
Yeah.
That was the most disrespectful thing. I would just go to the bathroom.
I had a buddy of mine who his parents were like crazy, so he got in trouble in school. I guess for like disrespecting a teacher or whatever. But I went over to his house like probably like 2 weeks later. His door is gone. I was like, yo, what happened? He's like, that was my punishment. I have no privacy now because they took it away. I was like,
like I'm gonna use that later.
At that point, I was like, oh, bro, that's awesome, you know.
Yeah.
Genius.
But
at the same time, you know, it could lead to very traumatic experiences.
No, I mean, look, the moment you take away my door, listen, I don't hold grudges, but I do, you know?
Yeah.
The moment, there's a line. If you cross
that door is...
If you cross that line, there's really no going back.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to get to that point, but once I get to that point, I will hold it on to whatever it is till I go to the ground.
But back to recommending, you know, it all depends on what they do. It's like, I believe an eye for an eye per se. So like, you know, if they do this, it is or that. They do that, it is it, you know. It's not gonna be one punishment for every little action. That's kind of fucked up.
Damn.
I like the way you guys think.
Right? You don't want to be. I mean, I the only thing, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't want is for my child to be like going out there like being a hood rat. You know what I'm saying? Being a dog. Being a mutt. Oh,
disgusting, dirty, filthy, muddy.
What is this? Is this mutt number 3? Yo.
No, I don't think this is appropriate.
Take a whiff.
I don't think this is appropriate.
What?
Whatever.
You know what? Check out this new mutt number 3 commercial.
New. Emphasis on the new.
Exactly.
Introducing the new fragrance by Gumami Klein, part of the K9 collection. Mutt number 3. Feel like a dirty, disgusting, filthy mutt, but smell like an elegant pedigree. Mutt number 3.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial of Mutt number 3.
Smells really good.
How did the French say it?
Mutt number 3.
There you go.
You know.
Okay, so recently a story has resurfaced, and I'm going to explain it to you, the audience. Okay, so recently it has come to my attention that I'm a bad guy. I'm only bringing this to you because you never really talk about this. Okay, let me put this into perspective. You're in a dealership. You find this nice car, low mileage, has a previous owner, but they claim they have kept it in a garage and it's basically never been driven. Now let's suppose you have 2 friends. One who's the dealer selling this car, and one who's the mechanic. The dealer brings the car to the dealership, and the mechanic and me, the buyer, are supposed to see this car in the lot. You as the customer inspect it a couple of times, then the dealer gets jealous? Now wait a minute. You're the dealer selling this car that you don't want it to be sold, and you're crying to the mechanic to somehow find a way to get this car off the lot so that the dealer could keep it. Now let's say you test drove it a couple times with the dealer, but now the accountant, you heard me, the accountant that was with the dealer is now with the mechanic, and they're mad at you for not telling them the dealer was test driving the car with you. Do you know how ridiculous this sounds? I'm the bad guy for not letting you know that the dealer was trying to sell himself a new car when he already had a car at home, and he promised to upgrade that car at home in the future, but ended up choosing a new car entirely. Just be happy you have a mechanic. I don't see why me, the consumer, was wrong. If anything, I'm the victim. I never got the car, and I'm being scolded for the dealer's shady business.
Dude, this needs to be made into like a picture diagram or something.
Alright.
You know, as soon as you mentioned the money guy, as soon as you brought up the money guy, I was like, dude, where's this going? I had a lineup in my head, then I lost it.
Alright, let me put this
Yeah,
a little simpler, right?
Non-Shakespeare.
Well, we're still gonna have the same 4 characters. Well, 5 if you. No, yeah, 4 characters.
I don't even know who I was.
You're the bad
I'm
guy.
the consumer.
He's
And
the victim.
allegedly the bad guy.
He's the victim.
But I'm also the victim. In my story, I'm the victim. In their story, I'm the bad
Right?
guy.
No. Okay, explain it in simple terms.
Okay. There's the dealer,
Okay.
right? You're at the parking lot. You're at the
Okay.
lot where you're buying this, right?
Okay.
The car.
Okay.
There's this dealer. He comes in with a car, right? The dealer comes in with the car, and you have a mechanic there to inspect the car when you're buying the car,
Okay.
right? Dealer, mechanic know each other.
Okay.
They know you because you're the front of the dealer, but that doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
You're there at the lot to get a car.
Okay.
Dealer comes in with a car,
Okay.
right? Dealer really likes this car. Doesn't tell the buyer or the mechanic that he likes this car.
Okay.
But you cannot forget that the dealer is already with the mechanic, with the accountant,
Shadiness.
right? Dealer, accountant,
Okay.
In shenanigans. In
Right.
cahoots.
in cahoots, I guess.
Okay.
Now, the accountant is also another vehicle. In a sense.
What?
Because
You
in
see what I mean,
the
right?
story I said, the way I told the story,
Oh, yeah.
the accountant was also the car at home that they promised to fix up.
I thought the accountant was a real person.
It is the accountant and the car at home.
So the
Like
accountant
he
is
promised-
the car at home.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. I spoke to Natalie and she's like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Wait.
But I guess she was like half listening to me.
No. I still don't understand. So, who's this?
All right, look, let's say it this way.
Okay,
Let's say it this way. The dealer.
Before y'all continue, I just want to say, remember that point that you brought up earlier?
Uh-huh.
How, when 2 people don't really understand each other, but you understand what each person's saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's happening right here.
So you're telling me you understand how the accountant is a new car that's waiting at home? No. I want you to explain to me. What kind of
Okay. Look, I can explain this a lot better.
I don't understand that point, but
Because that's the point that
Okay,
gets me
look.
Well, he just added that point though. Yeah, I was understanding.
Okay, look. Let me take it back. Let me not add an accountant. Okay. Poof. Counting gone.
Okay.
There's no counting. All right. You're in a lot, right? There's a dealer, you, the consumer, and the mechanic,
Okay.
right? The dealer has a car at home that he really likes that car at home, and he wants to upgrade that car.
Okay.
He promises that car that he's gonna upgrade that car. It's gonna be the best car ever. They're gonna be together for life. That's his life car. That's the car he wants. But he shows up in his new car at this lot, and he presents the car, and you're there trying to buy a car, right?
Okay.
You're out there trying to buy a car. That car, to you, new, low mileage, great, right?
Okay.
You with me?
Are you with me?
Okay.
You're trying to buy a car. He has a car that he brought,
Okay.
right? And then there's the mechanic that supervises the car, because you get when you buy a car, there's a mechanic
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sees, oh yeah, this car should be good,
Okay.
right? Now, he doesn't want to get rid of the car. He already has a car at home, right?
Okay.
And you want to get the car, and then you test drive the car. Now, they're upset that you're test driving the car that they brought. But they're not thinking about the car they have at home. Now, I'm the bad guy because the car at home, I didn't let the car at home know that he wanted a new car. I'm the bad guy.
Why did
Because-
wait? Okay, no, stop. So what really fucking happened was, all right. There was a guy who has a girlfriend at home, right? He brought this other friend who is also a girl to this party, this crib, right? To meet his homeboy. This is
Dude, I think we're talking about cars here.
huh?
I think we're talking about cars here.
No, well, I had to put it in simpler terms because he was using cars, and I was getting confused.
Anyway, bro, what's the
Asshole.
point?
Asshole. Anyway,
What are you getting?
The point is-
Yeah, the point.
how am I at fault? Fuck you. How is it my problem that the old girl? Why did the old girl want me to tell her what had happened when I made a pact with?
What did I do?
You made me use people.
No, bro. Wait, time out. Hold on.
No, you're an asshole because I was trying to have this in a scenario where I don't name people and I don't use people as an example. That's why there was a car salesman. That's why there was a.
In the car that turned into
Time
a
out.
car.
You still made no goddamn sense.
That's what made no goddamn sense.
Okay, I was with you up to the point in which you're like, oh, the accountant, not a car. What the hell? Anyways, listen. So, now that the audience understands what's going on, 'cause I'm pretty sure the audience is just as confused as the two of us. The point is,
Okay.
Okay, so the point is, there's three people at this party, right?
Okay.
One has no interest in the car. He's just there. He has no interest in the girl. He has no interest in the girl. He's just there. There's this other person who's interested in this girl but doesn't know that this girl is marked, right? And then there's a guy who brought the girl.
Mike doesn't.
Oh my god.
They want that girl.
You know it's hilarious because I just
You just connected the dots.
now I know what we're talking about.
Now you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Still have no.
Right?
No, that's okay.
No,
as in I don't think you're supposed to.
so, right? This guy brings a girl. She's marked. The other guy doesn't know that she's marked, right? So the other guy is talking to this girl all night.
Wait, come on. Can we put names on the guys? So we have Timmy, Johnny, Janice.
All right.
I know I just made shit complicated.
Okay. There's Mark.
Okay.
There's Chad.
Okay.
And there's Kyle.
Oh,
Kyle. Kyle.
Oh my guys.
Alright. Mark brings Sydney to this party.
Okay.
Chad doesn't know why, doesn't even think about Courtney back at home.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright.
Mark's like, oh cool, he brought Sydney. I'm single. They're single. Let's do this. Right?
But he wasn't really single though.
Yeah, he wasn't really single.
He just
If
forgot about.
yeah.
He just
Yeah.
forgot about Caitlyn back home.
I was talking about Chad thought Sydney was single. Didn't think that Mark having a Courtney at home
Okay.
would be interested in Sydney.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
And then there's Kyle. He's just there.
Alright.
Kyle's just there.
Okay.
Right? So then later you find out that Mark was crying to Kyle all night because he was upset that Chad was talking to this girl the whole time.
Okay.
Because Mark really wanted to be with Sydney.
But Mark had Courtney at home.
Mark had Courtney was on a trip to the happiest place on earth.
Disney World?
Yeah, Disney World.
Oh, you actually got it, nice.
Oh, now you're happy, Chris. Put it.
I was like Disney. Oh,
That's not what I thought. Anyway,
my bed. Like this.
Yeah, but you don't go on a trip on your bed, though. Anyways, go ahead.
so whatever. The night ends, and then you make a pact with Mark not to talk about this. You forget about this. Years pass. Turns out that Courtney is with Kyle now. Right?
Courtney, which was on the trip to the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
Courtney's with Kyle now. You hang out with Kyle. Courtney calls you up. Hey, I need to talk about something.
Who are you?
I'm Chad.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, this is getting good.
Courtney texts
Yeah.
Courtney texts Chad, and then Courtney, Kyle, and Chad hang out, and then she tells you you're a bad guy.
You're a bad guy?
I'm a bad guy.
Chad is a bad guy?
Chad's a bad guy. Why is Chad a bad guy? Chad is a bad guy because he never told Courtney about Sydney and Mark.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Okay, can I
You never told him about Sydney and Mark?
Hold on.
I never told that. I never told.
But she found out about Sydney and Mark.
Hold
She found out later.
Can I just say that there was a way easier, like, you know.
Narrative? Explain to me.
I mean,
No. I wanna hear it from you.
It was just, I don't know. Go ahead.
No. I wanna put you on the
I'm
spot.
still confused.
Really?
Bro.
You want to put him on the spot?
I wanna put you on the spot.
Okay. You could have used the Office characters because you would have been able to relate more. Have you watched the Office?
All right.
I mean, not really.
Jim
Stop.
and-
We're starting all over again.
Oh no, bro. no. But I'm just saying that you could. No, I feel like a car salesman. That was very situational.
Wow.
They finally bring this car out.
You know,
What kind of car is it? I don't even know.
the accountant turns into the car.
Dude, that's he was trying so hard to sell it to me. He's like, the accountant is the car. It's back at home. I'm like, wait, so the accountant was there, but he's back at home? I don't know. But I feel like that section alone, from the car to everything, if we could just get that animated, that would be crazy.
Alright, so this ties in how?
Courtney is no longer with Mark.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Courtney and Mark split up maybe a year or two after
The party.
that instance.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Due to Mark being interested in Samantha, Julie, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And Courtney never really wanted to hang out with the other Kardashians.
Okay.
Okay.
So Courtney never hung out with other Kardashians. So there was Kyle, Pete Davidson. Right. I don't know. I said Kardashians
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh yeah,
Okay.
Pete.
Okay.
So there was Kyle and Courtney are together, and your friends was Kyle, and yeah. So they tell you that they're upset, and then Kyle's supporting you. Kyle's like, you know what? He probably never even thinks about this. It's part of bro code. Promise never to talk about it. I'm pretty sure he never wanted to talk about it. And then my friend brought up this
You
point.
mean Kyle's friend?
No,
Mark's
no,
friend?
they're not. I mean, Chad's friend. Chad's friend that's not in the story. Brings up a good point.
Okay.
Why are they trying to dig up the past and making shit more complicated in the future?
It's in the past for a reason, right?
Exactly.
It's like, why do we even have to take history class? You know?
So, anyways, my point is, have you ever thought about you being a bad guy in a situation?
All the time. Sometimes I do it on purpose. Look, I am. This sounds horrible, but I'm probably the worst person to double cross because I am very meticulous. I got too much time on my hands.
I'm just an asshole, so.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm a villain. So there's this guy at Publix, right? He comes to shop at Publix, and he always wants these egg boxes.
Oh my god, you broke his eggs.
No. He doesn't even want anything to do with the eggs. He likes the boxes because they got the handle, right? But the guy's racist.
Nice.
Like, he sees me, he instantly tries to talk Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't understand English, like I wasn't raised here, like I haven't lived here my whole life, pretty much,
Yeah.
right? And then he talks to these other two guys, my co-workers, who are pretty white. Like, they're like the typical white guy. It doesn't matter what their names are,
Yeah.
right? They have Hispanic names, but they're white.
Yeah.
White people. He talks to them with so much respect. You know what he told me? I felt like I was doing a drug deal. Like, he forced me to think I was doing a drug deal because he's like, you guys take care of me.
Nice.
You know, like it's a threatening thing. Like, we're not supposed to be doing this, apparently. I don't know. So he comes over. I'm working, and the two white guys are getting off work. He tells the white guy, hey, I kind of need some boxes. And then they're like, oh, are you going to do the eggs for the guy? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do the eggs for that guy. Because he's been such an asshole to me. I didn't tell him that.
Yeah.
But he's been such an asshole to me that, no, I don't want to do the eggs for this guy. So I tell him, no, I'm not doing it today. He comes back the next day when I'm working. But I'm working, I'm doing the eggs. I'm doing the eggs. See him from the corner of my eye. Doesn't approach me. Proceeds on his day. I know he's there for the egg boxes. He just doesn't want to talk to me because I'm Latino. So I go to the back and I'm like, look, I know this white guy's gonna come in after my shift. I do all the eggs and then like, oh wow, there's some missing. Put him on the side on the wall, cut up the box, put it in the recycling.
Nice.
I did that for all of them. Oh, this one's missing. I'm not giving that guy the light of day.
Huh.
Fuck you, Dr. Eggman.
And with that,
Wow.
what a great podcast.
Look at that.
Great episode.
Not
I feel like we had a good
wanted,
laugh.
but what we needed, you know?
Yeah, I feel like we had some good laughs. Some tears came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt those
Yeah. A lot of emotional moments.
very emotional.
Lived
Confusion.
long enough to become a villain.
Confusion.
Yeah. A lot of confusion. Yeah.
Hey, honestly, you either become
You either
nice
die
in the end, or you live long enough, and next thing you know, you're an attorney. That's a car. You know.
But with that being said, we appreciate all you know for watching
Yeah, I'm
us.
pretty sure that's how Cars was made.
Probably, you know.
Good.
But we appreciate everybody who came out and watched the show. See you next time.
Yes.
And remember, peace, love, positivity.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
Later.
Oh, that's the key.